What's up, everybody? I am Lady Stars of Fire. This is the weekly healing messages for July 9th through the 14th, and the solar eclipse is coming in with the new moon in Cancer. It's going to be a very powerful week. It is initiation of change this week, but you need to do it with a seasoned approach. You need to have patience and make sure that you're getting the right timing. Timing is everything. We're also having so many opportunities that are coming our way with major abundance coming in, moving fast energy and grounding energy. But keep your eye on what is going on around you. Keep your eye on the ball, so to speak. Don't let those things slide past you without you noticing them, because it's important this week. We are given the roar of the lion and the bull. I'm given the horns this week. Definitely the horns of the bull. We've got for runes this week, we're given Rise, which speaks to us of the vital seed, the bull, the strength that burns away all weaknesses. It is instinctual urges, an untamable spirit, and it speaks to us of the power to reshape and shape and reshape again the future and the present right now, so that you can shape the events, the directions, and the purposes of them in general as we move forward. So it's a very positive week, but I'm telling you, it all is going to depend on where you are in that third dimensional energy. If you're in a positive place or not will make a big difference as to what's going to happen, as to what it is you manifest. So it always works that way. So you got to stay in the positive. Like I said last week, we were told by Spirit, don't give yourself a bad trip. Stay in that positive energy. This week, again, as we go into astrology, you have the new moon in the 4th universal house of Cancer, which speaks to us of home and karma. As we move forward, it is going to be taking place, that solar eclipse, with that new moon in opposition of Pluto. This speaks to us of not making some ignorant decisions, not making some ego roaring decisions that you're going to wish that you didn't do. So make sure you think it through before you actually make those actions come clean. Basically, there's going to be some of that ego action trying to fight you to see if you're ready to evolve and move up or not. Now, with that being said, you have Jupiter going direct in Scorpio on the 10th. You have Venus moving into Virgo on the 9th. So Monday and Tuesday that is happening. The new moon and the solar eclipse happens on the 12th, but you will still feel it on the 13th, I promise you. Now, you have two double grand trines sitting on top of one another. But I promise you, everything this week is pointing directly to Uranus. No matter what it is, the bull is definitely in control this week, and it's up to you to make sure that you're using your spiritual maturity to use Uranus energy properly, because it's going to be asking you about where it is you feel chained and unchained, and how can you find yourself to be inventive of yourself, independent of yourself, uniqueness of yourself, and are you having freedom? Are you having self-worth? Are you having self-value? Because where those chains are trying to keep you from having it, it's going to point at you this week, just to see if you're ready to evolve. But you have the double trines. You have the water trine, which is Neptune, Jupiter, and Cancer. Jupiter is magnifying everything. I'm telling you, Jupiter is magnifying everything with that energy of bull. Somehow, he's doing it. Everything is amplifying. RX, I told you last week we were getting it wrong. It might as well, when things are in retrograde, they might as well just have Jupiter energy behind it, period. So, you have Jupiter, which is going direct. So, it's going to start moving outwardly again, speaking to the sun and the moon as it goes through that eclipse in the 4th house, and Neptune about creating and changing and being able to make those relationships and what their responsibilities are work for you again. Now, you also have Earth energy, which is going to be a very unstoppable energy of a trine going on. Juno is sitting right next to Uranus in Taurus. I told you this is going to come back to self-worth, self-value, and self-esteem, along with independence and freedom and sacrifice of being able to do it. Speaking to Ceres of the threefold theory of too close to home energy, and are you nurturing yourself, and or were you nurtured properly? So you can break the vicious cycle. If not, and it is speaking also to Saturn about those rules, walls, and boundaries. which is an RX. So those rules, walls, and boundaries are testing you to see if you're willing to change and if you're going to do it wisely right now. Now you also have a T square, which is also pointing at Uranus, and it is speaking to Mars, which is ruled by Uranus, which is going to amplify that energy of Mars. That is your warrior. That is your passion, your action, your aggression, your fire in general. That is your inner warrior, your inner SWAT team, which is speaking to the North Node. It is speaking to you about what you've got to get right in order to move forward. So it's things that are going to come together in an uncomfortable way, but to create a positive hole for you to slide through, to create a new door to pass through. But if you've got to be doing it from a positive, spiritual, higher vibrational energy. If you're coming in with that ego energy, you're not going to make it through that. Now you also have the North Node is also speaking directly to Mars. That passion, that action, your aggression, and your fire, which is, again, like I said, being ruled by Uranus, but it's being amplified by Uranus right now because they are speaking. And it is also speaking to Chiron, the wounded healer, the very gatekeeper of wholeness, basically. And he is amplifying everything right along with Jupiter right now. And they are both speaking to Saturn. Again, it's all going to be Uranus energy, Saturn energy, and Jupiter's magnification of it all. So rules, walls, boundaries, independence, uniqueness, freedom. And are you feeling chained? And if so, why? Basically, so that you can find the self-worth, self-esteem, and be able to use that Uranus of Rune to burn away the weakness and find the strength. Lastly, I'm going to give you Uranus and Juno is also squaring Lilith. And that is the energy of you can't make me do anything I damn well don't want to do. And then that is in opposition of the sun. Again, you can't make me do anything I don't want to do. This is not the time to be all egotistical, crybaby, stomp my feet. This is the time to use a wise approach and take the opportunities, but make sure that you're getting your timing right and you placed yourself in the right place. And everything can go wonderfully for you. But if you let ego screw you, then baby, you screwed you. This can go well, so can the whole month. Stay out of the third dimension and stay in the belief of, like they said last week, the magic mushrooms. Don't give yourself a bad trip. I love you. Bye.